Okay, welcome back. So, it's that June 11th, and this popped up. The crash of General Weaver. On the 11th, not 11th of June, but sometime during June in 1936, General Weaver, who pushed for the Euro bomber project, which would have made Germany develop heavy bombers instead of just medium. Well, he crashed and died in our timeline, but in this one he nearly struck Chief of Staff, injuring both Weaver and his engineer, one of the few German proponents of strategic bombers. Weaver has been discussing plans for a long-range bomber with several aircraft manufacturers as part of his Euro bomber program. Takes place until he's recovered from his wounds. Meaning, we can do where is it? 12 command, we can do the Euro bomber because Walter Weaver is alive. And as you can see, gives you quite a bit of bonuses. Let's unpause the game. Great. Production efficiency has increased. A lot of things was already maxed out in efficiency. Personally, medium bombers, they don't matter until the mid to late war, and by then we're already going to have upgraded bombers. So I'm just going to put these two factories on something more important. I could do paratrooper equipment, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to do radios. I already researched radio, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, next we're gonna be researching radios. Okay, what do I need? Okay, that's not possible. So, this tells me what I need to make. I'll close this door. Artillery prime mover and heavy artillery. And since we conveniently have two factories open, we can spend it on just that. Artillery prime movers are just, at least the early ones, are just tractors, but, well, not Germans. Germans are pretty good. They allow us to move our artillery way faster. Can we improve our artillery? Yes, we can. Propellant, that just increases propellant. Range fighting. What is range fighting? Oh, by the way, this is variant and it costs XP, but you can do certain things. Range finding will just increase soft attack, but also increases production cost. So we're not going to bother. We're just we only need 10 and 10. Wonder why the game was bugging me about it so much then. We only need that many. Already, we're almost entirely done manufacturing all these. And because we have 2 recruitment centers, they're already going well. We're going to build another one, but we're also going to start building more military factories. So hopefully get that'll be 4 more military factories, giving us a lot more resources. That'll be done in 9 days. So let's run the game for that long. This is also probably going to be another 25% minute video. Actually, it's probably going to be less than the last video, about 10 minutes. I'm filming this rather late at night, so one thing we want as high as possible is our stockpile, and one thing we want completely with stockpiles is we want as many planes as possible. Say some of our planes get shot down. Well, I can't even scroll, that's bad. All we have is 9 sea fighters for aircraft carriers, 6 fighters that we took from Denmark, and 3 transports. Yeah, that's not gonna hold up to any attack. Especially when we have, how many fighters do we do right now? 260 close air support planes and 375 fighters. We have no close air support planes to replace any of those in a single shot down. So that's not good. Now, luckily, some countries don't have air forces, but I'd say 90% of them do. Yeah, Austria doesn't, but Czechoslovakia has a pretty good one, if I remember. Yeah, almost 3 aircraft. Back up this time. Okay. Why are you acting funny? Oh no. This isn't working. S150. Don't tell me what it does, but if I remember correctly, it's something good. Huge. Oops, in German. Let's. If you notice, I haven't moved my military around at all because I don't really care. It's not like anything's gonna happen. This game is a weird system where you need war goals, but personally I don't care about war goals. All it does is increase the amount of roll tension you increase, and you need to turn on allow diplo and commands, but like, why do you need a reason to declare war? Like a justification? Like, Japan didn't need a justification to attack Pearl Harbor. Jeez, Japan didn't even declare war. I realized why it was that far away. I should probably place the US. I could demand Hawaii. Something tells me that the US, the biggest and largest country, probably wouldn't take that very well. But I'm sure I could bully some other country. The Dutch East Indies, British Malaysia. And the British Malaysia's in the Allies, that'd be a very bad idea. Siam has no. Yes, I could probably bully them quite a bit. Now, this is before India was a thing, so yeah, it was British Raj. That's part of the Allies. 6 million manpower with volunteer only. We have a 2-year draft with only 2 million. So yeah, that's not good. The UK, even though small population, only say 400k men left, and a relatively equal number of divisions to ours, would still beat us up because, well, they got countries like India in the Allies, where even though they don't have very powerful militaries or very many factories, they have tons and tons of manpower. What's in the Allies? Burma's nice. They add another 300,000, almost as much as the UK alone has. Australia, you've got, I don't think you have that much. Yeah, you have 24,000. Not very many people live in Australia. New Zealand, you've got almost as much as Australia. And as long as nothing bad happens, France won't join the war. France is. Guess we had a breakthrough. It just went from like 900-something thousand to 885,000 at the max. They have max 110 divisions. Woohoo! This was a very important fight for George Lewis and Max Fleming. Fleming was a German, and well, Lewis was a very famous boxer from the US. So yeah, the US is probably kind of just. Then again, the US is suffering from the Great Depression. The US has a pretty big focus too, but a lot of it's about the Great Depression. All of it's about the Great Depression. Keeps going and going and going until we get into the Great Depression here. These are all like 36 days, 28 days, 21 days, 17 days, 21. Adjustable recovery is 49 days. So all this takes like 3 years to complete by the World War II pretty much starts. Then they have wars coming, and the US Army is pretty incompetent. at the beginning, in 1936 or so, so the submarine captain. And if they're at war with the majors, so Germany, Japan, Italy, Soviet Union, France, UK, and America, they're all the majors. So if they're at war with any of them, they get the Beast of America. And basically, well, this is all stuff that happened during World War II. War bonds, War Production Board, Feed the War Machine. They had the quarantine speech. Hopefully they don't do that. Yeah. So it adds some stuff. It kind of just helps them increase their army without them being at war with a major, and without the wars coming when world tension gets pretty high. Oh, 10% world tension. That's not good. And hopefully some other country does something. Oh no, Italy did something. 0.6%. Unfortunately, it's like 2.4, 2.5, 2.6 every time you forcefully take a state. It varies a lot. Current wars, and there are no wars in the world, so that's good. Czechoslovakia is... We want to take Czechoslovakia. Because once you get Austria, Czechoslovakia is pretty much defenseless. They built tons of forts around their border as part of their project. They still don't have a custom view or a custom portrait. There's a mod that adds one called Operation Overhaul, but you can't. It adds technology, it adds a lot of things, so I can't use it with black eyes without it crashing the game. So this is the generic focus tree. Not very cool. But in the real world, they had a ton of forts on that border. So it was pretty packed. It was formidable. But of course, the Allies didn't even invite Czechoslovakia to the Munich conference and like, oh yeah, as long as you don't like invade the rest of them, you can totally have all of this land with all of their forts and defenses for free. Okay, that adds a lot of generals, political power, or military factories. I had a feeling that would be good. I remembered, because one of these, which I'm guessing is, well, now I know, but one of these leads to more generals. These generals. That's Hitler used, and this is just the expansions over the years. Hey, I have lost some. Oh, I Again, just radio for size. Completely forbade Germany from having an air force. We totally didn't break that. Those almost 500 tactical bombers, 26 air wings, 268 close air support planes. Yeah, all of these things, yeah, they're not real, they don't really exist. I mean, no reason at all for the Allies to believe any of them exist, but this just adds a lot of stuff and just undoes the treaty entirely. We want to do that so we can get pulse from Jaggers, and basically it just spawns a paratrooper division. And paratrooper divisions are elite forces, so they also take away from this counter at the top. And they're really good in paratroop. And early in the game, a lot of nations will move their armies closer in, like they start defending desperately, moving as many of their troops over here. And you can land a paratrooper and say, Poland doesn't have very many air bases, so it's not. Without reconnaissance, you can't really see enemy air bases. It's randomized. We know they have at least one air base somewhere in here, but you would probably land it in. They probably have like something in their capital. They lose the capital, they're doomed pretty much. They won't surrender immediately. Some countries will, but probably not all. We could land a paratrooper division in here. Take Lodz, enemy will start their resistance will sabotage a bunch of factories, run to the nearest airport, and get out of there. And we can also try to cause havoc, make a break in their line. Paratroopers attack from here, armored here, come around, swoop, boom, all these guys have no supplies, and you can kill them instead of just making them retreat. Because I'll show you in actual combat, but say you're fighting somebody and you win, they start to retreat. They're not destroyed. But if you surround them and they have nowhere to retreat, like, they wouldn't be able to retreat here even though there's no units here. So, be careful what you do. They get surrounded and we get them in fighting. They're doomed. They'll die. And they have no supplies unless the enemy starts airdropping supplies, which you can do. Surprisingly enough, a lot of games don't let you do that. But I guess Wave 4 is an exception. Fallschirm Jaggers are German paratroopers description. I think you're forgetting a few letters. Finally, I think we're gonna add oh no. Ooh, that's great. Spanish Civil War. Okay, so this isn't good. Republic of Spain got its units. So I'll show you what I mean, because when the Civil War erupts, things get messy. Parsons, militias. It isn't just normal soldiers anymore. There's a lot of very weak, powerless soldiers. Now, one thing we want to do is take 2 of our best armored divisions, put them in command of one of our best generals, and we want to click on them. Hey, want some volunteers? We'll send you soldiers to fight for you. You can only send a certain amount. I'd send as many as I could, but you're limited by your army strength, so I got, 53 divisions. I can only send 2 divisions of volunteers. They have accepted. How many basic infantry rifles do I have? Because we have plenty of, and they really need them silently. We got 5,400. Okay, that's not even reliable. What about all my old rifles? Oh, jeez. I think we'll send them 1,000 rifles. Because, I mean, how many do they even need for one division? A basic infantry division of the German Reich only has infantry 1,160. So they have smaller divisions, militias. So 1,000 would be like basically just freely. Oh wait, I'm just gonna give them all 1,200 of our old rifles from World War I. Our volunteer forces will get there. Now there's 2 different things. There's expeditionary forces when they're in your faction. They're in the Spanish state faction. Well, National Spain faction. And they are the Spanish state. But they're in the faction. But they say when the Axis, we could send them expeditionary forces. Expeditionary forces would be in air control, even though they're helping them. But if we send volunteers, they're under our control. We get to move them around and make decisions for them. Okay, so you want electric hoist, electric motor hoist for more efficiency growth, and yeah, you can't do any of that yet. Without it being added time, it's slowing me down a lot. Ooh, more output. Oh, but minus 5% stability. That's lame. I think we'll put it. Liquid field rockets for better rockets. Probably should have done something else, but I don't care. When are you guys gonna get there? I'm probably gonna end off the video when these guys get here, because I want to do a whole video about the Spanish Civil War. They'll arrive on the 16th of August and it's 22nd of July, so 8, 1, 9. will arrive in 25 days or so. But those two divisions are going to be very helpful. And alright, what do they use? Their Panzer. Oh, did I send 36 or did I send 35? Oh no. Oh no, I sent 35, so I don't care. But it's 36, they have better Panzers. But if I send 35, I'll need Panzer 2s and Panzer 1s. I'll need to start producing those, and it's the same with 36. I don't have anything good yet, like Panzer 3s, Panzer 4s, Tigers, tank destroyers. I got none of that yet. But hey, I'm already making Panzer 2s and Panzer 1s. With 4 factories, 1 with 3. So 2 a week and 2.4 a week. We're gonna need a lot more than that if we're gonna have any hope of fighting off the Republic. Because the Republic is kind of issue communist, kind of not communist, and they're gonna get volunteers from the Soviet Union. Ooh. That's not good. It's gonna kill a lot of their officers. I think if we finish this German playthrough, I'm gonna go for a Soviet playthrough because it's interesting. Because if you don't purge enough people, then there's gonna be a revolution. Trotsky returns. It's all bad, really bad. But if you purge too many, your army is extremely weakened. And well, that's what Stalin did. He was taking no chances. Yes, Fallschirm Jacker. Stalin's paranoia. Yeah, it's cool. But they're gonna send. They're part of the Comintern. A lot of people don't know this, but the Axis. I mean, the Soviet Union never actually joined the Allies. They had their own faction called the Comintern. You know about that faction. Factions are just sort of a general name. Side of the war, you could say. Comintern. All the guys highlighted in blue are Comintern. It's usually bigger, but like Soviet Republic of China, I can almost guarantee is gonna join. I think next we're probably gonna go for more light armor research. It's gonna help a lot. We're almost to July 16th. But after that, if we have we're gonna have no researchers done soon, or by then I don't think. So there's a lot of good folks. Should probably work on setting up a navy. Should also probably focus on how to create I mean, there's a lot of things we should probably work on. Volksmen's welfare, Volksditch. Stitch is German. Volks is folks or people German. Okay, that's why it's called Volkswagen. It was actually a plan by Adolf Hitler, so more people would buy it. Because they're fuel efficient, they're small, and they're made in Germany. See, established Volkswagen. People car. Or, wagon's car. People. Volks is people. So, people car. And it was designed to be purchased by the Germans because all the Allies and their companies, like American companies, Ford, GMC, all the big companies back then weren't selling them to them because they were at war. And they needed to conserve fuel, so they started selling very fuel-efficient cars made in Germany. August program, basically they start it's an armament program that starts increasing stuff. Opel work, car company, CKD, you need to take over Czechoslovakia. Skoda is also Czechoslovakia. There are two factories, or there are two companies in Czechoslovakia. For instance, the Panzer T-38, or 38T, whatever, however you pronounce it, but they're from Czechoslovakian tank companies, meaning the Panzer 38, even though most people think it's German, it's actually Czechoslovakian. Operation Ursula, named after daughter of college units. The secret of German U-boats activate around the waters near Spain. Okay, that's cool. They'll start sinking economic and industrial support from the nationalists. That just gives them one military factory and one civilian factory that's off the map. And all it costs me is command power, which increases, so I don't really care. Volunteers supporting the Republicans, you definitely want to stop them, even though they caused a bit of trouble back home by increasing support for different parties. Well, this party grows too fast to stop that. One thing we really want is air transports into Franco. Otherwise, he tries to fight with the Navy, and that's never good. We don't have enough air transports to spare, so he'll have to take a boat, and well, the Republican Navy was way stronger, and well, they will probably take a lot of casualties, but I mean, any Germans that I send over will probably, most certainly, I'm definitely sure, maybe possibly be okay. So yeah, that's nice. I've built so many things, more than 5 years. Hey, Soviet Union, wanna sell some oil? Oh, sorry about all the noise. It just started raining at my house. Hard. That's wrong. I expected to rain, but I guess it just decided to rain. So, sorry if it creates any noise. Hopefully it doesn't bite you too much. But hey, it's already August 4th. We're heading to the 16th. This video is already a little longer than I expected it to. But I think that's. Oh, here's the Fulsham Jagger unit. A lot of people don't know. Normally, Iron IV uses, you know, when there's infantry, it's got a. I don't know where it is. Default symbol. It's got this little infantry hat for infantry, so on and so on. But I prefer it like this. With NATO counters, I just like it better. It's complicated. If it's X, that's infantry. If it's G over the X, that means it's garrison. They're just fancy word for guards. Something like custom symbols like these. LCH. Walkertruppen German. Or Berlin. These are paratrooper units. And, well, while I'm waiting for 16th of August. Just going. Okay. Infantry. Partially motorized. Motorized. Armored. Light armored. Armored. Garrison. Cavalry. Mountain division. Paratrooper. Marine. All of these are different countries. That's Special Air Service. And it's almost 16th of August. Only 6 more days to go. And the video will be over. That's artillery. And these are German symbols for panzer divisions. Oh no. I think I was on. No. Oh, I can hit back. What do you know? There's a back button. 5 days. I think our volunteers are supposed to arrive in, oh, didn't tell me. Usually they arrive in Corona. It's the closest place, and then one of the reasons the nationalists a lot is, this area here. They've already made serious progress, but they're about to attack, make it over here. And if they make it over here, that's Spanish state's capital, Zaragoza. And if that's taken, they tend to die. Because there's a lot of, there's a maxed out air base, forts, a relatively large population. It's not good. What if I can make demands against them? Maybe I can make the war a lot shorter. I'll demand Madrid. Oh, that's bad. Actually, it wouldn't affect them. It'd lower their surrender progress. Just gives me this control of the city. They probably wouldn't do it anyways. But I'm gonna use my 2 armored divisions once they arrive to crush them. And all of our forces, nationalist and mine, can move here, take the rest. And there are our 2 divisions. Yep, they landed in Corona. They're in the army, and well, that's all for this video. See you guys later.